Mark Rogers TV with you once again, talking about the next and latest Randy Moss experiment. This one with the Tennessee Titans. Does it work? Does it fit? In a football sense, Kenny Britt, the Titans' best and most dynamic wide receiver, he is out. Therefore, the Titans have to replace him if they want to stay in the playoff race and, more importantly than making the playoffs, become a serious Super Bowl contender. So on the field, it works. In every other sense, this is no fit at all. The Tennessee Titans have established themselves under Jeff Fisher as a dominant physical football team, a hard-working, hard-nosed, resourceful team. Jeff Fisher has persevered as the longest tenured coach in the NFL because he's a hard worker. He's tough, he's tenacious, he's demanding of his football team. He holds his team accountable. They mirror their football coach. The Titans, whether good or bad, usually good, are always tough, hard-hitting, physical football teams, disciplined teams that play well in the clutch. Why doesn't that fit for Randy Moss? Well, what have we seen out of Randy Moss, especially in recent years, in recent experiments with the Patriots, other than 2007 when everything worked out? Randy Moss, of course, latest escapade with the Vikings, and before that with the Oakland Raiders. Randy Moss is petty and selfish. He's a quitter. He's not a gamer. He's an extremely talented player who has seen his best days. So he's not even any longer a dominant wide receiver. He's a very, very good wide receiver, an exceptional talent who's past his prime. Couple that with a player who, again, has shown time and time again to be a quitter, to be a me-first-self guy when the chips are down, a guy that doesn't show up on Sunday unless it's easy, unless the pass patterns are directed his way, the plays directed toward his side of the field, the quarterback looking at him first. Otherwise, is he going to play decoy? No, he's not going to sell himself out to be that kind of player, to be a decoy for somebody else to get the pass receptions, even though he's going to draw the defenses his way if he can actually run a pass pattern at 100%. And of course, he's been, I'll say it, I apologize to those people. My father suffered from this disease as well. Cancer, yes, Randy Moss, in a sports context, has been a cancer in the locker room. Randy Moss and the Tennessee Titans, not a fit. This won't work. Yes, this Titans team, the foundation, the franchise, may be tough enough and sound enough to withstand Moss, put him in his place, and continue to win. But it's not worth the risk. The Titans and Moss, not a good marriage. I don't know at this point in his career if any team in the NFL is a good fit for Randy Moss. Certainly not Jeff Fisher and the Tennessee Titans. Would love to know what you have to say on this subject. If Randy Moss and the Tennessee Titans, a marriage made in heaven or otherwise, on Mark Rogers TV.